Hey, folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Lewis Carlin. We're right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. August 28th marks the return of Seaway Valley Wrestling, one of the best indie promotions right now in Ontario. August 28th, as per their Facebook page, Legion Memorial Ballpark, Seaway Valley Wrestling, and Cornwall Baseball present Unlocked, live, free outdoor event. Bring your whole family and help minor league baseball raise some money to renovate and upgrade the ballpark, upgrade Legion Memorial Ballpark. In the main event, and what a main event this is going to be. It will be one of Cornwall's favorites making his highly anticipated debut. Hardcore Channing Decker will take on the impressive Mike Marston making his Seaway Valley debut. That's going to be one hell of a main event. Seaway Valley Wrestling, August 28th, making its long anticipated return after a long COVID-19 hiatus. August 28th, Seaway Valley Wrestling returns at Legion Memorial Ballpark for a live free outdoor event. Also, the Seaway Valley Heavyweight Championship. The belt, a picture of the belt is on the Seaway Valley Wrestling Facebook page as well. It's a beautiful title, and the match that will determine the first Seaway Valley Wrestling Heavyweight Champion the contract will be signed on August 28th at Unlocked, as Big Daddy D-Roy and Ray St. Jean will make it official, putting pen to paper, signing the official contract, and I'm sure there's going to be fireworks during that contract signing as well. So lots of big stuff. Many, many more Seaway Valley favorites will be on that show as well. More news to follow as per the Facebook page. Seaway Valley Wrestling returning August 28th. Big news. Welcome back, Seaway Valley Wrestling. Welcome back. Okay, before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to our newest subscriber to our YouTube channel, Stephen Funston. Thank you very much for subscribing to the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network YouTube channel. Really appreciate it. Stephen Funston, thank you very, very much. Okay, Major League Wrestling, MLW. Battle Riot 3 is available now on YouTube. I watched it this morning. What a show. It was just fantastic. Absolutely loved it. It was a great match from start to finish. Great way to start the new season for MLW. Now, going into this, it was pretty much we all knew who was going to win the match. Alexander Hammerstone, the storyline, Alexander Hammerstone trying to get a title shot for about 2 years now against Jacob Fatu, but Contra has been denying it. He's been asking, and Joseph Samael has been denying it. Contra's been denying him a title shot. He hasn't been able to get a title shot. So Battle Riot 3, the winner of Battle Riot 3 will get a shot. It was said that whoever wins Battle Riot 3 will get a shot at Jacob Fatu and the MLW Heavyweight Championship. We all know when Alexander Hammerstone was the first person that was announced for Battle Riot 3 that he was going to win. We kind of knew when Alicia Atuta gave her prediction and said she thinks Alexander Hammerstone is going to win. We knew Alexander Hammerstone was going to win. So it was a pretty foregone conclusion that Alexander Hammerstone was going to win Battle Riot 3. But that didn't take away from this match at all. This match was just fantastic. Even though we basically knew who was going to win. This match was fantastic. This match basically served two purposes. One, to give Alexander Hammerstone finally give him a shot at Jacob Fatu and the MLW Heavyweight Championship. He's been chasing after him for 2 years. And this match was also a showcase for the new signings of MLW. And man, oh man, did they deliver big time. The new signings in this match. We saw Casey Navarro. We saw Lee Moriarty. We saw Ares. We saw Aramis. We saw LAX. Rivera, Danny Livelight, Julian Smokes, Slice Boogie. We saw Alex Kane, the suplex assassin. And then we saw the man that I think is going to be a huge, huge, huge star and a future, without a doubt, a future MLW heavyweight champion. EJ Nduka was just fantastic. He eliminated so many people, and he was face to face with Calvin Tankman. That was just, oh my gosh. And when they went at it, that was something else. And they're definitely going to have a feud, in my opinion. They were definitely setting up a feud between EJ and Nduka and Calvin Tankman. My goodness, my goodness. And Nduka came in; he just looked fantastic. How does the WWE let this guy go? How did they let him go? He was so awesome in this match. 6'8". He's a super heavyweight. My goodness. And so much variety. You have luchadors and Aramis and Aries, and you had Alex Kane, the suplex assassin. You had the monster EJ and Nduka, and you had the middleweights Lee Moriarty, Casey Navarro, all making their debuts. My goodness. MLW is going to be absolutely phenomenal this season. There's so many fantastic matchups. My gosh, again, I love Casey Navarro, and Alex Kane actually suplexed Calvin Tankman, which was just so damn impressive. Man, and another thing about Battle Riot, Court Bauer put people in Battle Riot that just, even though you knew they probably weren't going to win, it made you think, well, what happens? What would happen if they did win? But like Max Kruger, you're thinking, if Max Kruger Contra wins, is he going to want a title shot against his his fellow Contra mate, and Jacob Fatu? What if Simon Gotch got a victory there? Is he going to want a title shot? So the whole Battle Riot was just fantastic. Court Bauer did a great job, and he brought in some really amazing talent into MLW, and MLW is definitely the promotion to watch right now. Definitely the promotion to keep your eyes on. Court Bauer doing just a fantastic job. Zenshi was just fantastic. In his match, trying his best to keep his feet off the floor. He had to do a handstand and walk on his hands back to the ring. There were other moments where he was trying just to stay off the floor. He was on the ring apron, and Calvin Tankman barreled into him, and Zenshi went flying, but he landed on a table, and he didn't touch the floor. So Zenshi was just fantastic. He needs a push. He deserves a push big time. Zenshi deserves a huge push big time, and he was just fantastic as well. We had some surprises as well in this match. We saw Zicky Dice. I wasn't expecting to see Zicky Dice. That was a nice surprise. Not sure if he's signed with MLW or not. We saw Beastman. I'm not familiar. I don't know if Beastman has been in MLW before, but we saw Beastman. He was an interesting character. But we saw Blue Meanie, we saw Quang, and then we saw Kimchi. Kamala's manager was in Battle Riot. Let's imagine Kimchi won Battle Riot, and he. And we get the main event, Jacob Fatu against Kimchi for the MLW Heavyweight Championship. But Kimchi, it was interesting. Kimchi was I believe Kimchi was eliminated by Nduka, if I'm not mistaken. But he was in and out pretty quickly. But it was a great show. Great show. Great. I mean, you think about you got Casey Navarro, Lee Moriarty. I don't think Lee Moriarty has signed a contract. I know Casey Navarro has. But you have Myron Reed, who is the MLW middleweight champion. So he's got some challenges ahead of him. He's Casey Navarro, Lee Moriarty, Aramis, so all legitimate challengers for Myron Reed. So we have a lot of potentially great matches for that MLW middleweight belt. Also, Alex Kane, the suplex assassin. My goodness, I'm just thinking he was just fantastic when he suplexed Calvin Tankman. That was impressive. And Davey Richards also made his debut. He came out number one. Davey Richards versus Alex Kane 1-on-1 would be a great match. There's a lot of potentially great matchups there. Then you have EJ and Nduka. We'll love to see him get a shot at the MLW. Him against Jacob Fatu would just be absolutely splendid. But right now, the guy that's getting the shot at Jacob Fatu is Alexander Hammerstone, the MLW Openweight Champion. He has winner, of course, of Battle Riot 3. So he gets the shot anytime, anywhere. And Jacob Batou came out afterwards and tried to get at Hammerstone. There's no hiding now. There's no denying it now. There's no saying, no, you can't get a title shot. Title shot goes to Alexander Hammerstone. And we're going to finally get the match that we've all been waiting for in MLW. Jacob Batou defending the MLW Heavyweight Championship against Alexander Hammerstone. I don't know if it's going to be title for title. I don't think the open weight, because that wasn't the stipulation. It was whoever wins Battle Riot 3 gets a shot at Jacob 2 anytime, anywhere. The only question is, when is he going to cash in on that? Anytime, anywhere. He can happen tomorrow, anytime, anywhere. but yeah, that's going to be a very, very exciting match. I don't think Hammerstone is going to beat Jacob for 2. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, Jacob Fatu is going to drop the title to Hammerstone." I don't think that's going to happen. I think with all this new talent, especially with Alex Kane, EJ and Nduka, I think Fatu is going to retain, and I think we're going to see Fatu and Nduka have a feud down the road, or Fatu and Kane, or even Calvin Tankman. Calvin Tankman wants another shot, but I think the first feud for Nduka is going to definitely be with Calvin Tankman. They were kind of building up to a little the feud there, so that's going to be something very, 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 very cool to watch. And Nduka, I'm getting excited. I'm pumped up. I'm pumped up about this season of MLW. And Court Bauer, man, you can't say enough about how great Court Bauer is, and just how awesome he's been doing with MLW. He's done just a fantastic job, just an absolutely fantastic job. Wow, just wow. But yeah, so if you haven't seen it yet, definitely MLW Battle Riot 3 was fantastic. And of course, to open the show, we saw finally, I heard about it and I read about it, but finally got to see Conan come out with the new LAX in MLW. It's Rivera, who's Danny Limelight, Julius Smokes, and Slice Boogie, the new LAX. They came out to a nice reaction. Great. I'm very excited. They definitely have great potential with Conan and MLW. And a lot of people say, well, how are they doing that? Impact Wrestling owns Impact Wrestling owns LAX, not MLW. They own LAX. They own the LAX name. So how was MLW getting LAX? Well, the story is Conan actually called up Impact Wrestling, explained what he was going to do, and they gave him permission. They gave him permission to do the LAX gimmick, or the LAX team in MLW. And hey, that's if they gave the okay, I mean, good. I like I said, Rivera, aka Danny Limelight, Julius Smokes, and Slice Boogie with Conan have the potential to be a great team. They have big shoes to follow. They have big footsteps to follow, I should say. First you had Homicide and Hernandez, then you had Santana and Ortiz. So now you have basically Rivera and Slice Boogie. And I don't know if Julius Smokes is going to do much wrestling, or if he's going to just be a mouthpiece. But like I said, they have big footsteps to follow, and I think they can do it. Danny Limelight, very talented. Slice Boogie, also very talented, and I liked what I saw. I liked the opening. I liked their first appearance in MLW. They're going to be feuding right away with Injustice, which is really cool. We saw Cesar Duran also. Cesar Duran is the matchmaker now. He made an official deal with Court Bauer, and he is the matchmaker with MLW. The line of the night, though, is when Myron Reed is talking to Cesar Duran. And Cesar Duran says, I'm going to curse, so I apologize. He said, who the fuck are you? That was just fantastic. I love this show. This Battle Riot 3, highly recommended. They introduced such great new talent, in addition to the great talent that they already have. And wow. On one note, I was wondering why Richard Holiday wasn't in the Battle Riot 3. He was scheduled to be in it, but unfortunately, he had suffered an injury in a match with Mil Muertes or King Muertes earlier on. It wasn't shown on Battle Riot 3. I think that's being saved for MLW Fusion, but apparently he was injured and he wasn't able to participate in Battle Riot 3. Maybe that's why we got Beastman or Kim Chi. But anyway, he appears to be okay. Richard Holiday, I don't think he missed. I think he just missed out one match, Battle Riot 3, just as a precaution. But I don't think he's going to be missing anything else. But yeah, MLW. You got to get on board, man. If you're not on board, get on board with MLW. Okay, more big news, more exciting news. I'm excited about Hiromu Takahashi, one of my all-time favorite wrestlers right now. I shouldn't say one of my all-time. Well, yeah, he's one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. Got to drink a little bit of tea there when I get excited because my throat starts just going nuts. But Hiromu Takahashi, returning from a pectoral muscle injury, and he will be at Wrestle Grand Slam. Former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Hiromu Takahashi, in my opinion, one of the best junior heavyweights in the world, one of the best wrestlers in the world. And as I said, he's one of my favorites in the world right now. Wrestle Grand Slam, September 5th, MetLife Dome, Night 2. Hiromu Takahashi will be taking on the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Robbie Eagles for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Hiromu Takahashi is taking the belt back. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, he was a champion when he got hurt, and then they had that little I think it was a 3-man match, and El Desperado won. But Takahashi was never meant to lose the title, in my opinion. But Takahashi is going to get the belt back from Robbie Eagles on September 5th. Also, Shingo Takahashi will be defending the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship against Evil on September 5th as well. Another great match there. And it's going to be a 3-team match for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. It will be the champions, Suzuki-gun, Taichi, and Zack Sabre Jr. defending against Sanada and Tetsuya Naito, and Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi. So there's a 3-team match for the IWGP Tag Team Championship. So September 5th, it's looking to be a really good show. Those 3 matches have been announced, and man, I'm looking forward to the return of my man, Hiromu Takahashi. Can't wait for that. All right. On that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for listening to me today. I'm Lewis Carlin. This is Shooting Up North. And until next time, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. Stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.